So in the last session, we discussed what are the different operators can be used in Oracle data. So in today's session, we will be discussing what do you mean by Oracle function? What is the purpose of using Oracle function? How it works? What are the types of Oracle functions available in Oracle? That we will be discussing in today's session. Basically, Oracle function, it serves the purpose of manipulation operation on data items, and it has to return a result value. Basically, a function is nothing but a set of instructions. Function andrenu? A set of instructions. Already it has been written. We are just using those functions whenever we require. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ನಾವು ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, it will execute and it will return a value for us. For example, sum function ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, average function ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, date related functions ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, string related functions ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ numeric functions ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. All these functions are having its own task to do. ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ by passing certain data items to it. It has to execute and it has to return a result value. This is how the Oracle function is going to work. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, a Oracle function, it serves the purpose of manipulating data items ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Manipulating data items, it has to perform some evaluation, it has to perform some task on whom it has to perform, on some set of data items. ನಾವು ಡೇಟಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, it has to perform a manipulation operation and it has to generate a result. For example, if we pass a sum, if we call a sum function by passing some set of data items, it has to calculate a summation of a values. ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸಮೇಶನ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಡೇಟಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಪುಲೇಟ್ ದೋಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್. And after manipulation, whatever the outcome we are getting, that is nothing but a return value. That is nothing but a result. So every Oracle function has to accept arguments. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲೇನು ಡೇಟಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಡೇಟಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು Oracle function ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. These are the data elements or data items we are going to pass to a function. ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ? To perform a manipulation operation. It has to perform a manipulation operation. And after performing this manipulation operation, it has to return a value. It has to generate an output. That is called as a result. So in the Oracle function, we are having two main categories, like grouping function and one more is scalar function. Look at the category chart. Oracle function has been divided mainly into two types. The first one is grouping function, which is also known as aggregate function. A very important question for main examination. You may get the question like explain grouping functions anta kelbodu, or else you may get explain aggregate functions anta kelbodu. Both are same. Group functions andru onde, aggregate functions andru onde. Group functions ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವು? Group functions act on a set of values, a group of values, and it is going to generate a single row result. ಇದರರ್ಥ group functions ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? It will accept a set of values as an argument. Set of values na argument anta ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ. ತಗೊಂಡು manipulation operation ಮಾಡಿ it has to generate what? A single row result. ಒಂದು value na ಅದು return ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. For example, sum function, average function, maximum, minimum function, count function. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, to calculate a summation we need to pass a set of values. ಆ set of values na ಅದು accept ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? It will calculate what is the total and it will return the total value. Single value na return ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, set of values na accept ಮಾಡ್ತು, single value na return ಮಾಡ್ತು. Similarly, average. To calculate average, we need some set of values and it will return only a single value as a return value, that is average. Similarly, to find out the maximum value, again it has to accept a set of values, it has to return only a maximum single value. Hange minimum kuda matte count kuda. This is what grouping function or aggregate function. There is one more category, that is nothing but scalar or single row function. Look at this. Scalar or single row function anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, which will act on only a single value. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು set of values ನ ಕಳಿಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, single value ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ return value ನ ಅದು pass ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. That's it. For example, to find out the length of the string, absolute value of the number, round value of a number, to find out a modulus of a given number, logarithm, lower, upper. These are nothing but scalar functions or single row functions which will accept a single value and it will return what? A single value. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Scalar function ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ single row function ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. If you observe here, again in single row functions we are having three categories. Single row functions ಒಳಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ sub categories ಬರ್ತಾವು. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವು? Numeric functions, string functions and date functions ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. The functions which acts on a number value. ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಮಗೆ ನಂಬರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಂಬರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಗಿವನ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ನಂಬರ್ ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು and it has to return a number as a value. So it is coming under numbering function or numeric function. And there are certain functions which can accept a text value and it will return a result. Text value na accept ಮಾಡ್ತಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು functions. For example, to find out upper value of a given string, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಾಗ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಲೋವರ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಾಗ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಅಂತ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತದ, ಲೋವರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದ, ಸಬ್ STR ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದ, ಲೆಂತ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನದವಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. Similarly, there are certain functions which can act on date values. Those are called as date functions. ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, we are going to divide the scalar functions into three categories: numeric functions, string functions. String functions are also called as text functions, also called as character based functions. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ 15 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ರೋ ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ರೋ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. At that time you need to highlight what? Numeric functions, string functions and date functions, and you need to explain minimum 5 functions in each category along with its description, syntax and example. Understood? Only one example, right? So I will explain how to give an example in upcoming session. Okay, so this is what regarding the classification of Oracle functions. Now let us see one by one in detail. So what I said, the first category is what? Aggregate function or grouping functions. There are only 5 grouping functions available. Those are nothing but sum, average, max, min, count. That's it. How we can use these grouping functions? We can use like this. For example, select count of a star from employee. What it will return? It will return the number of records present in employee table. Assume that I want to see how many employees are working in my company. At that time, I must execute this query: select count of star from employee, so that it will count how many records are there and it will return a number as a value. The second function is max. Assume that I want to find out who is getting a maximum salary, or I want to find out which one is the maximum salary from employee table. At that time, how I can use? Select max of sal column. So here sal is nothing but column name. In the column name we are having a certain values, isn't it? Salary column olaga values irtavu. ಆ ಇಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವು, ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವು ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. Among those values, it will return which one is the maximum value. That's it. So similarly, we can get a minimum value by using a min function. Select min of sal from employee. Similarly, we can get a total summation of a salary by using a sum of a sal. Similarly, we can get an average of a salary by using ABG function, that is average sal. Let us see how we can use this with the demonstration now. Already we have opened what Oracle here. Let me clear the screen. Okay. So first let me show you how many records are there in employee table. So you can see there are 14 employees available. 14 rows available in EMP table, as you can observe here. Now my intention is what? I want to see the count. How many employees are there? So for this, which function I need to use? Count function, isn't it? So select count of a star. Select count of a star indicating what? All records from EMP. So now it will return what? You can observe, select count of a star from EMP. It will count how many records are there, and it has to return what? 14 as a result, because there are 14 rows available, isn't it? So let us see what it will return. You can see here it is returning count of a star as 14. That is nothing but we are having 14 records in my EMP table. Now assume that I want to find out which one is the maximum salary among the salary column. So you can see here we are having a salary column here. Okay, among this salary column, which one is the maximum salary? Can you tell me? Which one is the maximum one? If you observe, this one is the maximum salary. Okay, so now we are having just 14 records. Easily we can go through it, isn't it? Suppose if we are having hundreds, thousands together records, then it becomes very difficult for us to track which one is the maximum salary. At that time, what I can do, I can simply use a maximum function and we can fetch the which one is the maximum salary. Let me do that. Select max of. I'm getting a maximum value from which column? Sal column. So that I need to specify here, max of a sal from EMP. Look at this, what I have written. The statement is very simple. Select max of sal from EMP. So now in this case, it has to search which one is the maximum salary from the table, and it has to return that particular value. So now if I execute this one, obviously it has to return what? 5,000. As you can see here, it is returning maximum salary as 5,000. Correct? Similarly, I can go through the minimum value by using a min of a sal. Let me do that. Select min of sal from EMP. So let me execute this. You can see here it is showing a minimum salary as 800, isn't it? So that is the minimum salary. If we go through it, you can observe, right? 800 is the minimum salary. Assume that I want to find out how much total salary I'm paying for employee. If we go through the salary column, how much total I want to pay, how much total salary we are paying for employees, that I want to find out. So that can be done with the help of a sum function, isn't it? So select sum of sal from EMP. So this will find out that summation of a salary as 28,025. If we calculate total summation of all these salary column values, we are getting what? This much of a value. 28,025 we will get. Similarly, if we go through the average, it will return what is the average of a salary. So select AVG. Average function is AVG, not average full. We must write what? AVG only. AVG sal from EMP. So now it will return what? This is the average salary, that is 2001.78. If we divide 28,025 by 14, obviously we must get this value. So this is how we need to use grouping function. Understood? Okay. So now you understood how we can use basic grouping functions while writing a query. Okay. Now what I will do, first I will display the record of all employees here so that you can clearly see the employee details now. You can observe There are certain employees who are working for department number 10, isn't it? You can go through it. This particular employee, this particular employee, and this particular employee, they are working for department number 10. Correct? And there are certain employees who are working for department number 20. So you can go through it. These are the employees who are working for department number 20. And there are certain employees who are working for department number 30. Correct? Isn't it? Now, what I will do, I will make a query little bit complex. What we have done earlier, we just find out what is the summation of a salary we are paying, isn't it? By executing what? Select sum of a sal from EMP. Now I want to find out how much total salary we are paying department number wise. See, now I want to find out what? The total summation of a salary by grouping department numbers. When the department number values are same, those values can be grouped together. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಅದಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಗ್ರೂಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. If you remember, while explaining select command, I told group by clause. I told about group by clause. Group by clause can be used only when we are using a grouping functions, I said. Already we know that how to use grouping functions. So now let us see how we can use grouping functions along with the group by clause, isn't it? So now my requirement is I need to display all employee records. Okay, sorry. I need to display total summation of a salary based on department number. I want to see how much total salary we are paying for department number 10. I want to see how much total salary we are paying for department number 20 and also for department number 30. How it can be done? Now let me show you. For that, what I need to do, I need to select summation of a salary because I want to calculate total summation of a salary based on department numbers, isn't it? So sum of sal, comma. Along with this, I want to display even department numbers also. DPTNO from EMP. That's it. Select sum of a sal, comma, DPTNO from EMP. How it has to display? By grouping DPTNO. Correct? So I need to use what? Group by clause. Look at this. Group by. How it has to group? It has to group by DPTNO. That's it. A very simple statement. Select sum of a sal, comma. Along with the summation of a salary, I want to display one department number also from EMP table. How it has to calculate this total summation of a salary? By grouping group by DPTNO. Wherever DPTNO values are similar, those values are grouped together. So now if I execute this query, you can see here it is showing me the total summation of a salary department number wise. You can go through it. For department number 10, we are paying a salary, total summation of a salary as 8,750. And for department number 20, we are paying a total salary of 9,875. For department number 30, we are paying total summation of a salary as 9,400. If we again recalculate all those summations, obviously we have to get how much? 28,025. That is the total summation of a salary, isn't it? So if we calculate total summation of all this, let me check that. Select sum of sal from EMP. So this is what total summation. This is what a total summation. This, if we make a summation of all these three value, we are getting this much. Correct? You can calculate 5, 7 plus 5, 12, 2, 1 carries here, 8 plus 4, 12, plus 1 carry, 13, 13 plus 7. Correct? So 20, 0, 2 carry here, 8 plus 2, 10, and 18. So that is 28. Absolutely correct. Similarly, if I ask you to display average of a salary department number wise, what you will do? You are going to change this summation to average. Correct? Select average of a salary, comma, department number from EMP, group by department number. Understood? Is it easy? Now look at the employee table once again. There are certain employees working as a clerk, salesman, manager, president, analyst, like this. Now I want to see the total summation of a salary based on their job profile. How much salary we are paying for a clerk? How much salary we are paying for a salesman? That I want to calculate now. Total summation of a salary we are paying for different job profiles. ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಇವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊರಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ? Select summation of a salary, comma. Now instead of a department number, now what we need to do? We need to group based on a job, isn't it? So along with the summation of a salary, now I want to display job here from EMP. Where? Sorry, not where, group by. Group by. How it has to group? It has to group based on job profile. Group by job. That's it. So if I execute this, you can see here, this is nothing but the total summation of a salary based on their job category, job profile. So you can observe here, the total summation of a salary we are paying for analyst is 3,000. And the total summation of a salary we are paying for a clerk is 6,150. And for manager, this much, president, this much, and for salesman, this much. Again, if we calculate all these summation of a salaries, we must get this value. Obviously, we are getting that. Right? So this is how we can use what? Group by clause. Okay, now? Understood how to use a group by clause? Artha? And also one more important thing I told. Along with the group by clause, we can use having a condition, I said. Having a clause now yavag use madabodu? ನಾವು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಈಗ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು ನಾವು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು, it is showing a summation of a salary, correct, by grouping the job profiles. ಹೌದಾ? ಇವಾಗ ನನಗೇನಾಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, based on a job profile we are calculating what is total summation of a salary. Now it has to display only those records whose summation of a salary is greater than 5,000. Greater than 5,000 ಇರಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಬೈ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಈ ಸಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅದ್ರೊಳಗೂ ಮತ್ ನಮ್ದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅದ, ಏನು? ಸಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ 5,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನೀಗ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು 5,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಾಕತ್ತೀವೇನೋ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಇದು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಏನಾಗಬಾರ್ದು, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5,000 ಕೊಡಾಕತ್ತೀವ, ಎಸ್. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಾಗ್ಬೇಕು, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, 5,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಐತೆ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ಗೆ, ಎಸ್, ಇದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು 5,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಐತೆ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲ, 5,000 ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಐತದು. ನಾನೇನ್ ಹೇಳಕತ್ತೀನಿ, 5,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕತ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದು ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮನ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, 5,000ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಐತಿ, ಇದು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವೆರಿನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನೀಗ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಕಾಪಿ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವೆರಿ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬೈ ಜಾಬ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 5,000 ಅಂತ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Look at this, what I have written. ಆಗಲೇ ನಾವೇನ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ವಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವೆರಿನ, ಬಟ್ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡೀನಿ, ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಹಾಕಿನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ ಕಾಮಾ ಜಾಬ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ EMP ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬೈ ಜಾಬ್. ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ಬೇಕದು? ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 5,000. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will execute this statement and you can observe here it is going to show only those summation of a salary which is meeting this condition. ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಅನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದು ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 5,000. ಅದೇ ಕ್ಲರ್ಕ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ, ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಎರಡೂ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟದ. ಇನ್ ಉಳ್ಕಿದ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಸಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 5,000 ಅದ, ಅದನ್ನಷ್ಟ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಯದ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಂಗ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಗ್ರೂಪಿಂಗ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ how we can use grouping functions. In the next class, we will be discussing how we can use scalar functions in Oracle. In scalar functions, we are having several categories like number functions, text functions, and date functions. Let us have a discussion regarding that in the next class. Hope you have understood.